Good afternoon, dear students. This is your Sudha ma'am. Welcome to the fifth session of lesson 6, that is reproduction, the generating system. In our previous session, we have studied about sexual reproduction in plants, in that structure of ovule, seed germination, and the process of mitosis. In today's session, we are studying about meiosis, reproductive health, birth control methods, and fighting against social ills. Let's enter into our today's topic, meiosis. It is also known as reduction division. This is the process where the chromosomal number is reduced to half. That means at the end of meiosis, 4 haploid cells are formed. In mitosis, we will get 2 daughter cells, but whereas in meiosis, 4 daughter cells are formed, that to haploid number, that means half the number of chromosomes they contain when compared to parent cell. And the gametes formed by the process of meiosis are the germ cells, that is sperm and ovum. And spermatogenesis, that means the production of sperm cells, is called spermatogenesis. In testis, spermatogonium, which is diploid, undergoes meiotic division and produce sperms which are haploid. Whereas oogenesis, that means production of ovum or egg cell, is called oogenesis. In ovaries, oocyte, which is diploid, undergoes meiosis and produce ovum which is haploid. At the end of meiosis, 4 haploid cells are formed. And meiotic division takes place in 2 divisions, that is division 1, which contain prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1 and telophase 1, and meiotic division 2 contain prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2 and telophase 2. And coming to interphase, it is same as mitosis, which contained G1 phase, S phase and G2 phase. In G1 phase, the cell size increases and beginning of DNA replication takes place, whereas in synthetic phase, DNA duplication takes place, and in G2 phase, the cell organelles divide and prepare the chromosomes for meiosis 1. And in the given figure, that means which is taken as example, we have started with 6 strands of DNA. And as the chromatin material replicated, it become 12 strands. And coming to the prophase 1, in meiotic division, it is almost similar to the mitosis except on 2 events. They are synapsis is one and crossing over is another one. What do you mean by synapsis? Pairing of homologous chromosomes takes place in meiotic division, that is prophase 1. One chromosome from each parent is paired. That means from the father one chromosome and from the mother one chromosome, homologous chromosomes, and they pair together. Hence, in the given taken example, we have 3 pairs of chromosomes are formed, and these pair chromatid are called tetrads. After pairing, we call them tetrads. And crossing over, that means exchange of genetic material takes place in between these chromosomes, homologous chromosomes, which promotes the genetic diversity. That is why the sperm and egg cells are genetically unique as the crossing over takes place, and it is different in different chromosomes. That is the reason every cell is unique, or every germ cell, either egg cell or sperm, are genetically unique. And coming to metaphase, the homologous chromosomes, that is tetrads, align along with the cell equator, and they are held by the spindle fibers as usual in mitosis. And in anaphase, the tetrads are separated and homologous chromosomes are pulled to opposite ends. And telophase 1, nuclear membrane is formed around the daughter nuclei and followed by cytokinesis, that is division of cytoplasm takes place, and each cell contains one set of homologous chromosomes. And at the end of meiosis 1, if in human beings 23 full chromosomes are present in each daughter cell, and in our given taken example there are 3 full chromosomes are present in each daughter cell. And meiotic division 2, and here the important point is there is no second interphase in between meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. So, no new DNA was created. Before meiotic division 1, interphase is there where DNA replication takes place, but in between meiotic division 1 and 2 there is no interphase. So, coming to prophase 2, same as mitosis, nuclear membrane dissolves and the formation of spindle fibers takes place. And metaphase 2, the chromosomes are aligned at cell equator. And anaphase 2, sister chromatids are pulled to opposite ends. And in telophase 2, cytokinesis divides the cells, nucleus reforms and the 4 new cells are formed, and chromatids uncoil into chromatin material, and as a result 4 genetically unique haploid cells are formed, and this is the process of meiosis, also called as reduction division. Moving on to the next topic, that is reproductive health. The sexual act is very intimate connection of bodies. It is not surprising that many diseases can be sexually transmitted. So, sexual act is a close relation of bodies. So, STDs, there is a chance for the spread of STDs. This includes the bacterial infections like gonorrhea and syphilis, and viral infections like AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, which is caused by HIV, that is human immunodeficiency virus. And generally, the AIDS can be spread by unsafe sexual contacts using infected devices, infected blood transfusion, and from an infected mother to child. These are the 4 ways by which the AIDS can spread from person to person. And what are the reasons for spreading of AIDS? Illiteracy, poor health, unemployment, migration, non-traditional sex practices, unethical contacts, and trafficking. Trafficking means the distribution of illegal drugs. These are the main factors that contributing the spread of HIV. And medical and health, family health departments aid control projects implementing various programs like ASHA, that is accredited social health activist, and Red Ribbon Express to create awareness in society on the risks and symptoms of AIDS. And the government also established ARTs, that is anti-retroviral therapy centers, to supply medicine to the AIDS patients. And our Andhra Pradesh and Telangana have the highest number of HIV positive patients in the country, followed by Maharashtra and Karnataka. And one can avoid many sexually transmitted diseases by following the simple lifestyles like sex with life partners only, and avoid sex with unknown partners or multiple partners, and following ethical and healthy life practices. And coming to the birth control methods. The sexual act always has a potential to lead to pregnancy. The prevention of pregnancy in women by preventing fertilization is called contraception. And any device, either an instrument or a drug, which prevents the pregnancy is called contraceptive. So, the prevention of pregnancy by preventing fertilization is called contraception, and the device or medicine which prevents the pregnancy is called contraceptive. And there are four ways to control the birth control methods are there, that is physical barriers, using pills, and intrauterine devices, and surgical methods. These are four ways. And coming to the first method, that is physical barriers, such as condoms and diaphragms are used. So these physical barriers, they prevent the reaching of sperms to ova for fertilization. They prevent the reaching of sperms to the ovum for fertilization. And these physical barriers, they also control the STDs, that is sexually transmitted diseases, like gonorrhea, syphilis, and AIDS. And coming to the pills, these are two types of pills. One is oral pills and the second one is vaginal pills, which are inserted in the vagina. And they contain hormones which stop the ovaries from releasing the ovum into oviduct. And these days, for males also, these pills are available, and they kill the sperms, hence called spermicides. So these days pills are available for males also, and as they kill the sperms, they are known as spermicides. And coming to the intrauterine devices, examples copper T, etc., copper T loop, etc., where these are inserted in the uterus, and they prevent the pregnancy by two ways. One, they stop the ovulation, that means release of ovum from the ovaries, ovulation, or sometimes they thickens the mucus that lives on the cervix. It blocks and traps the sperms, so that the mucus layer blocks and traps the sperms. So in this way, these IUDs, intrauterine devices, are helpful in preventing pregnancy. And the last method is surgical methods, and these are of two types, as available for male and females. In males, a small portion of vas deferens, that is sperm duct, which carry the sperms from testis to urethra. So a small portion of vas deferens is removed by surgical operation, and both ends are tied properly, and this method is called vasectomy. So vasectomy is for males, where the vas deferens is cut and tied properly, and in females a small portion of oviduct, that is fallopian tube, is removed by surgical operation, and the cut ends are tied, and this prevents the ovum from entering into the oviduct. So this method is called tubectomy. So in females, this method is called tubectomy, where the fallopian tubes are cut and tied properly. Moving on to the last topic of the lesson, that is fighting against social ills. In that, we are learning about the teenage motherhood. The childbirth is more complicated in a girl below 18 years of age. A girl only after 18 years of age can be said to be prepared for the childbirth. According to the Department of Family Welfare, 21% of teenage mothers die during delivery. Malnutrition is also reason for deaths. So, girls below 18 years of age should not be married. And coming to the next social evil, that is female foeticide. If the sex of the fetus is known as a female child, some people are killing the fetus in the womb itself. It is called female foeticide. Due to reckless female foeticide, the male-female sex ratio is declining at an alarming rate in some sections of society. Due to this, the ratio of male and female would be affected. As a result, the family system would be affected in the future. So, our government has made many laws to stop it. It also banned determination of the sex of the fetus. In spite of laws, it is our social responsibility to prevent female foeticide. So, it is our responsibility to stop the female foeticide. To be an ideal citizen of India, we should have the knowledge of reproductive health not only to control the high population growth but to create a healthy society. So, let us summarize today's topics. Today we have studied about meiosis, reproductive health, birth control methods, and fighting against social ills. With this, I conclude this lesson. Meet you in the next session. Thank you.